So we'll get to them maybe when you have a little bit of pause. Want to take away the mid Slin?
Sure. Well, anyways, it should be a great match. Gonna be checking out BPM as they head out towards the top right. Mouse looking for a shot and does grab the pyro right off the bat. Spy on that left side there trying to go for something, not really making it happen. 8 on 8 still is, looks like Panic grabs a kill there on the Ruin. Bronze going down as well. And MTS are starting off with a very strong mid. Jero grabbing a pick down to 404 as well, taking down the medic. And looking good for them to take this mid at the beginning. The bomb comes in from Melee, doesn't get it to go. Heavy goes down here as well behind the point, and nice job by MTS.
Yeah, Harbler just being really slippery on that mid there. Just so many people from BPM just dive bombing him directly. And Pretzel and Sweater, the demo man, kept him up. Sweater's currently tagged with a little weird little face here, but he is one of the newest pickups for MTS, the demo man, taking the place of Zalox this season. Looks like Lightoff's going to go down to Akuma over on the flank. BPM's just going to try to march right back up on the point, see if they can get some time up, force MTS back a little bit. They do get a force out of Hardblue as he's leading folks forward. Looks like 404 is going to be able to get out safely and out of main. So BPM sit with about a 50% advantage coming in to try to take back the point.
Yeah, not the best Uber from MTS there. They were behind the point before the Uber there, and by the time they chased people down, the Uber was off, and now it looks like Mouse is taking some pot shots off that top right side. The Spy comes in from behind, misses that. That's Jero going down to Melee there on the point, and BPM are going to have an easy time capturing this. MTS have given up all this ground for free. The Heavy, Pretzel tries to come in and does get a pick on a Cygnus, but it's not going to be enough to stop the capture. The times are still pretty close here now. MTS with a 1-minute lead. But we do see BPM with that Uber, a 30% advantage for them. They're just giving up the point almost as Mouse grabs another one onto Panic there.
Yeah, BPM will have Uber to defend this. Hardblue still needs to get his up. He's about to have it, but they need to get a force off of 404 first. And looks like Harblue's going to get forced first, and they're just going to charge in with Squid and Sweater to pop 404s. Geos is coming in doing a good job of keeping the heavy-only Uber from BPM back off the point. So positioning a lot better on MTS's side. Sharpside's trying to march up and get something done, but he's disconnected from 404, who's got Squid all over him, who ends up getting taken down by Bronze. So 404 does get out, barely quite. Lightoff actually comes on the flank with the mini sentry and the shotgun combination, finish off 404 before he can get out. So just fantastic coordination and push from MTS there on all sides.
Yeah, absolutely astounding there. They took down 7 or 8 players plus the medic late in that fight there, and they're going to come up with a pretty good time now as they do pick up Akuma there. More players going down now for BPM as Mouse getting picked off by Marissa's Girardi sniper. And looks like MTS are doing a great job here of just keeping themselves healed up, playing behind the point. They're giving him a little bit of space, but it looks like the NG is going to get caught out by the point there. Actually, no, he's doing a very great job of holding everyone back. The Uber comes in now for MTS. They're pushing their demo man across. 404 down to 60 health, but does make it out alive. And this is a great job by BPM to force that Uber and get the capture.
Yeah, Harblue's chasing all the way into spawn, tried to go forward for that in a little medic battle, and again, in the engineer, you see get a cleanup on a medic kill as Harblu was just, he knows they have so much time off on the point, and Cygnus actually did a really good job disconnecting Harb and his demo there, who were trying to chase down 404 during the Uber. So he was probably caught out anyway. They tried to go for the kill, didn't quite get it. BPM's gonna hold on to this point for now.
Looks like Marissa, nice shot there, taking down 404, the medic. Harblu tried his best to make it out alive there, as he's playing pretty far back on that left side cliff. Now he's pushing up with the heals with the rest of his team. They're going to try and retake the point with these health advantage, at least. And BPM are just going to have to give
does go down. He craters. Melee got one good rocket on him, maybe a couple, and popped him up in the air, and he cratered over on the cliff side. So MTS probably still has the numbers and the health to come up and take this point, but they're going to have to fall back immediately. I'd expect BPM just to push back off the spam damage they're doing right now.
This is really good with that, what is that, Sydney Sleeper? Is that pretty common on Vita?
I want to say it was banned before, I'm not sure. There were a few weapons that were unbanned this season. I'm not sure if it was banned or just no one ever used it, but yeah, it's the OOV strat for Check 6 of just body-shotting everyone with the Sydney Sleeper and giving them mini crits on whoever else shoots them.
Yeah, it looks like Harblu does go down there. BPM did a nice little push there. And actually that's going to buy him a lot of time. Harblu's not going to spawn for a little bit, plus he's going to need some time to get that Uber. And BPM are looking to take the lead here on the time now, about 50 seconds for either team. And looks like Panic's going to come in for that bomb. On the medic does force that Uber from 404 on the point. Jero, meanwhile, taking down Mouse from behind. And BPM's Uber is off. Neither team is really going to have... Maybe they have time for like one more push before this round ends.
Yeah, Harblue's probably telling his team to die right now or get back so he can push, and they're going to actually just slow push it up with only about 50% Uber. Not really too many people with the combo, it's just the demo and the heavy with Hardblue right now, and they're getting kind of swarmed around by Cygnus, who gets a lot of good damage onto both the demo and Hardblue here, but not quite enough.
Yeah, BPM have lost too many players. MTS dry push it and take the point, plus they have a little 20% advantage there, which is really nice. And
yeah, it's just one of those
40 seconds.
Very small advantages that Hardblue likes to push off of. He's just fantastic at calling that out, knowing when it can be successful.
Yeah.
So MTS sitting back, gonna take over on the time again. Actually, Mouse sitting way far back on the left side by the health pack, snipes Hardblue up from the point. It's BPM.
That's a round-winning play right there, as the Uber comes in now from BPM to try and retake the point back. Soldier all over it now. Lightoff does a great job of taking down Akuma, but that's not going to be enough there, as BPM are all over this cap. Just 10 seconds left for MTS and 25 for BPM here, so it's coming down to the wire. Neither team has their medic alive, so it's really just this weird DM fight happening.
Yeah, MTS should have a little bit of a spawn advantage to come in, but they're still losing people that can't really afford to be dying at right now. Squid did get in and get 4 or 4 down, but MTS really has to push right now, and they don't really have the classes to do it. They're stuck with a Pyro and a Soldier.
Yeah, and BPM have their demo on the point heavy there as well to try and defend this, but here comes MTS on that off-road play with the heals. They're all over the point, they're trying to take it back. Overtime is triggered, but no, MTS get that capture. 10 seconds left now for BPM to turn this around. They don't have their demo, they don't have their heavy, and MTS are gonna get this first round and make it 1-0.
Yeah, there's just Mela jumping in, trying to make something happen, not going to be quite enough. So just really back and forth first round. MTS had a really big advantage, and BPM took it away. And just honestly, MTS just got kind of really lucky there that I think Squid got picked on to 4-4, dancing around the heavy in the demo towards the end.
So good on Spy. He's incredible. Alright, so heading into the second round here now. Early bomb from Panic doesn't go. Ruin is able to take him down pretty easily. Meanwhile, the rest of the MTS players are in a lot of trouble taking damage, and here comes Mouse taking down Jero. More players going down now for MTS. They're down 3, including their demo and Soldier. BPM trying to push across the point here with the heal. All over the combo now, and combo's in a lot of trouble. Cygnus getting a pick onto Boink. Looks like MTS have lost 5-6 players here now with Marissa going down. And that's a good first mid-win, or second mid-win there for BPM.
Yeah, Hardblue did get out, so Ubers are going to be pretty even. Look to see if I want to try to get on 4-4's cam to see people bombing in on him. They know MTS is going to want to get a 4 set before they try to move up.
So it looks like both teams have an Uber. Hardblue was able to make it alive there. And they're trying to make some headway from the underneath China, I guess you call it. And here comes the early pop now, right next to the choke. A better Uber coming in from 4-4. He's only Ubering the heavy here, so a lot of splitting from Hardblue, not going to be good. And that Uber was unsuccessful, and so we're seeing a reset here.
Yeah, that was a fantastic counter Uber from 4-4 there. I think maybe Hardblue, like, he's pushing off of even, like, no advantage, really. I think he's expecting his Ubers to be a little bit better, maybe to make something happen after, but that time really didn't. And TS is just kind of crumbling down right now. The Sweater is pretty much alone up on the point. Braun's going to finish him off. Hardblue's in pretty deep still with Squid. I guess 4-4 did go down. So, looks like Akuma coming up right behind Hardblue on the point now. Does take him down. Gonna pop up a few other shots, but MTS is still gonna take the point back. But still, about a minute, 10-second lead for BPM.
Yeah, really nice initial hold there for BPM. And on the bright side there is also they kept 4-4 up. So now, or at least 4-4 came up first. So now they have Uber advantage here, about 30, maybe 40%. And they could even push here right now with the health advantage if they want to. And that looks like that's what they're gonna do. They're moving their way underneath the cliff. MTS really don't have much presence here, but they do have their sniper hiding up. That's Marissa up on the battlement. But doesn't get the shot to go. BPM still just waiting out their time to try and get the Super. Oh, Kuma, great pick from behind though to take down Hardblue. Panic and Jero going down as well, and Lightoff going down. And now BPM though, they've lost a lot of players themselves. What happened, Huey?
I'm not sure. It looks like just maybe MTS kind of out-fragged BPM, out-positioned them a little bit. Ruin's still up around the point right now, taking down Sweater. He's got a 1v1 with the heavy going on, but heavy's gonna back off. So BPM is gonna get back up on the point. It took him a little bit longer than you would have thought, though. Marissa is up on the cliff side, up on China now, sniping. Let's take down the NG on the point for BPM. That's not gonna be too crucial of a pick, though. We'll see what MTS tries to do if they try to slow push this once again.
Yeah, I don't know, it was a really weird exchange there as Akuma goes down to Panic. Looks like MTS are trying to push with their number advantage there, but oh no, Pretzel gets taken down by Mouse. So, looks like they're going to go for this push anyways. MTS on the point now, getting some decent capture time, but they're taking a lot of damage here now from Ruin, who's just raining down Snickies towards the point. Cygnus getting a pick on the Boink there as well. 5 down now for MTS, and BPM are having a very, very solid hold. The Spy comes in from behind, but gets counter-spied by Akuma. Jero get destroyed there as Panic comes in from behind and takes down the Medic 4-4. That's probably the little silver lining there that they need, but BPM are still holding tight onto this point and getting themselves a good lead.
Yeah, both these medics seem to be dying in every exchange, almost. It's pretty rare that they seem to be getting out, so they're both playing really aggressively, which is kind of interesting, kind of cool to see. It's like, again, Hardblue's just going to try to slow push up this whole valley side and see if they can make things happen. It's been pretty successful for them so far.
Yeah, and I also like how Hardblue is switching over to Kritzkrieg there, so he's going to give himself a pretty good 60-70% Kritzkrieg advantage over 4-4, who's really hardly building at all. Looks like BPM was going for like a bomb to try and take on Hardblue. That didn't work at all. And now they're just going to lose a bunch of... Even their demo is in a lot of trouble. Ruin at 40 health, backing off towards the cliff there. Hardblue does have 70% crits now. I don't know if they want to use it quite yet, but they're moving their way up.
Yeah, crits is actually up. They're just going to try to spot out the combo with Sweater and see what they can do. I think they saw the heal beam over. They know where the combo is. Here they come. Crits has popped off. One snipe does take down 4-4. See if anything else comes with his crits. Picks up an NG as well. 4-4 is really the only one they needed with it. And it looks like the flank from MTS did a lot of work taking down Ruin and Akuma as well.
Yeah, they got the pick that matters there. That's 404. And MTS have a really great comeback going on here. Now they've evened out about 50 seconds on the clock for either team, so it's anybody's game, but Hardblue has a 40% Kritzkrieg advantage, so if he can just keep that rolling, that'll be good for him. And meanwhile, Mouse, underneath the cliff, takes down Marissa. And 404 goes down to another bomb from Panic, so 404 is just having a very difficult time staying alive. Meanwhile, MTS lost a lot of players trying to get that medic, and so they're going to have to back off with their Kritzkrieg, but Sweater and Hardblue are still alive, just him and also their Pyro. So with the three of them, maybe they can try and hold this push off from BPM.
Yeah, crits has popped off as soon as BPM touches that point. That's a great play. It's pretty much a free crits with 404 going down there. And Sweater's getting so many with this. 404 actually did go down to that crits as well, so... did Hardblue live through that somehow? He barely even took damage? Yeah. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, BPM has got to get on the point right now, and they have just no advantage to work with. They have a heavy sitting behind the point who's pretty hurt. Bronze is popping up, trying to get any time at all. And yeah, no, Geosis Pyro for MTS doing a great job of just keeping everyone away while the rest of MTS marches up to defend the point. That's another round going off for the guys in red.
Yeah, the score's 2-0 MTS, and 4-4 is just having the most difficult time staying alive here now. Meanwhile, Hardblue and Sweater are just dodging around the map, getting that Kritzkrieg up, and they're playing so well here. Really won that second round convincingly here now as we approach the third mid. MTS rolling out down towards that left side there, playing behind their rock. Panic gets a pick on the right side. Sweater gets the sentry gun down here as Panic goes for that bomb on towards the Heavy. Heavy's taking a lot of damage here. Sharp Shot McGee is just chilling behind that rock and does take down Boink. Pretzel going down here as well. Trades on other side, but MTS are pushing up. Sweater is throwing a lot of sticky damage towards the combo, but he goes down there as Sharp Shot McGee pushes his way out. And BPM, I think, are going to get the second or third mid.
Yeah, BPM played a little more passively on that mid. No one really even went past the rock. They just kind of waited for a couple of overextenders from MTS to come in for free easy picks. They ended up getting Sweater towards the end there. That was really good for them. Uber is popped off from Hardblue coming in with a Scout and Pyro trying to chase down. Not going to work too well when there's a counter Uber ready to go, and Hardblue does get taken down though, so BPM gets a pretty easy hold on this point. We'll see if anything else can come from MTS to try to clean up anything at all. Cygnus does go down. BPM playing pretty aggressively. Their health is bad. Sharp Shot going down. Ruin getting spammed out pretty hard. He might go down. No, he looks like he's going to be able to back up the 4-4. But MTS, again, these off-Uber pushes that are kind of working for them, taking back the point.
Yeah, I think it's really strong to have Hardblue on medic. He's so good at calling. Between him and Sweater are doing so much work. That Uber that they just had wasn't very strong there, but they were able to come back after the Uber from BPM faded with the respawners and take back the point here. They're down 30 seconds. But it's still early on in this third round here. BPM, meanwhile, moving that cliffside. Sniper and Mouse peeking out towards that right. Misses the shot on the medic. Meanwhile, Marissa converts one onto Mela. Cygnus goes down here as well. Finally, Mouse gets a pick onto Panic there. But still, MTS are holding tight on the mid. 4-4 has his Uber now. And here comes the push.
Yeah, BPM wants to try to get this point without popping if they can. Looks like that's not going to happen, though. They were a lot down from MTS, and their positioning was poor, but Sweater still snuck up there. Got a couple good stickies over towards 404 to force the pop. Ruin kind of getting in deep, does take out Sweater, so it's going to deny a little bit of, or at least an instant repush from Hardblue. But BPM does take back the point. Time's about even, going in BPM's favor now. Hardblue sitting waiting for Sweater to get back up on the cliffside before they can push back in.
Yeah, MTS has some very, very strong DMers, and even though they're losing those players, Hardblue is staying alive, and that's the key there. They force the Uber from BPM, and here comes their counter Uber now as they're pushing in with a Scout and a Demo Man behind the point. They're trying to take the Medic maybe before 4, too slippery. He's sneaking around behind that house, and he's able to stay alive that entire time. MTS lost too many players pushing that, and Mouse, great headshot to take down Hardblue. So now MTS are going to get this recapture, but they're in a lot of trouble. BPM, with the heals, with the better players here now, are trying their best to get the picks that they need and reconvert and retake back the mid.
Yeah, honestly, there was really nothing wrong with that Uber. Bringing a Scout and the Demo in with full advantage was a really good idea. Just BPM played it perfectly, and 404 ducked inside that house. Just blobs up all around him. No one could even get the other bodies into the house to kill him. So BPM just going to drug this point really easily. They're going to have to watch out for Marissa up on the cliffside, but Melee's jumping in and going to take care of her. Like Squid does jump in and force the pop off 404 as Akuma's actually, or Jero's sitting behind as well. And the combo for BPM's kind of alone up on the point. They need something to happen. Here comes Jero. Does combine with Light Off to take down 404. They got a little bit too far ahead of themselves there. BPM did. Didn't even get the cap, so really pretty big misstep from them. Let their medic go down before they even got the cap. And MTS doesn't want to give it up. I don't think they're going to. Yeah, it's really close here, but yeah, MTS is going to hold on to that point after Hardblue went down.
Yeah, I really like that off-Uber aggression. I mean, they just come in, throw their bodies at it, and they're able to buy themselves more time. And on Viaduct, it doesn't matter if you're losing players, as long as that point is still captured in your favor. They're up now 40 seconds. And BPM, it's on them to try and take this back here. They're pushing across now. All their players are aim as Mela takes down Light Off. Pretzel Marissa going down here as well. And BPM finally getting that recapture. They got Sweater, but Hardblue, again, making it out alive. And see what happens here now.
Yeah, Ubers are about even, so I'd expect to see Hardblue try just another pretty much even Uber push to see. He's kind of expecting his team to be able to clean up after the Ubers, I think, so. Yeah, I mean, BPM needs to hold this. They need a better hold than they've had, because basically every time TS has pushed the point, they've gotten it back. You can't say the same for BPM quite yet. And if they lose this round, it goes to halftime, and they really don't want to go in halftime. Yeah, Crit Scream pop up. Mouse doing a great job taking down Sweater, just denying that completely. A couple laser beams going to fly off on Pretzel, but nothing doing, really. MTS up on the point. Where is BPM? They're really far back. But they're going to come block with Uber on the heavy.
Yeah, they just hit away from that that Crits Creek. Now they're coming in with a better Uber, pushing that point there. Now they've finally taken the lead in this round. A little bit of misstep there. They're actually all spread out, and MTS are playing really tight together. I really love that. They're coming in with the heals and able to push them back and recapture it back once again. Incredible play from them. Hardblue dancing around, stays alive against the other enemy soldier. And MTS are trying their best to take this round.
Yeah, MTS is kiting the Ubers from BPM so well. I think BPM's making the mistake of trying to do solo Ubers on like a demo, and it's just not really doing anything for them. You can get damage off, but not really any kills with it. Crits popping off back on Sweater. Didn't really get anything with the crits besides a heavy, but it's going to be enough to force BPM back and hold on to the point just for a little bit longer. 20 seconds left for MTS in this round. BPM does have a pretty big advantage. 4-4 is going to have Uber pretty quick here. Hardblue's still building crits again. So BPM needs to move, get on that point right now. Have the Uber coming up. See here, yeah, a lot more players are going to be with this Uber this time. They're actually going to try to not use it, I think. But I think Ruin maybe went a little bit too far. Just they used the Uber just on a heavy just to save Ruin. Wasn't really the necessary thing to do, I think. Not what they wanted. And again, MTS just cleaning up right after the Uber. They're doing such a good job of just staying alive after. And there we go. 3-0 in the first half for MTS.
Wow, just dominant play from MTS this match. I was expecting a much closer game from two undefeated teams this season, but you can see that their DM is so strong. And like you said, with that Crits Creek, they may not be killing everybody, but at least they're pushing them back, scattering them, and getting those picks. Because you can see that BPM are just not playing that well together, and MTS, meanwhile, are just centering themselves around Hardblue, getting the picks that they need, and pushing across off Uber. Hardblue has an incredibly low number of deaths in this match. I don't have a stats page, but I just know that he has hardly died at all. It's incredible.
Yeah. And yeah, just like I said, BPM's Ubers are they're not bringing in enough people, so even when they do get a couple kills, they're not getting presence on the point. At least they weren't in that last round, so MTS is just holding for so long there. Each of these rounds has been relatively close, but BPM definitely needs to make some adjustments before they ready up for the second half.
Yeah, and that's something I noticed that a lot of, some of the lower teams, what they'll tend to do is just play too passively or give up too much space for the enemy team, because you need to really be aggressive on this map if you want to have a lot of space to work with. If you play too passively, it just works against you. And BPM, they might be getting out DM now, but they're just as good of a team as MTS, and I think that they can make a comeback here if they just get a little more aggressive in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. I was able to watch a little bit of each team scrimming before this match. BPM was, they went up 3-0 against the Chain Reaction team that now has Max and Mike, the old pair from IFA Reborn, for the summer at least, and 3-0, but then started losing multiple rounds in a row heading into this match, so I don't know, maybe they were just getting frustrated right after that, coming in kind of with their heads down a little bit, losing to a team on paper they really shouldn't have been, the scrim, but MTS, I saw scrim Death Force 9, who was probably the other team, top team. There's usually 3 or 4 top teams each season in Highlander, and this season it's probably 3. And Death Force 9 is the other one that has the ability to beat both of these teams, I think.
Yeah,
and it was a dead even score for MTS versus Death Force.
I'm just checking out the stats page here now, and Squitter, the scout for MTS, is destroying with 40 frags. Second most is Panic, the other invite player who's playing Soldier for them as well. And you can just see, MTS are just destroying between, their top players are just getting lots and lots of frag. And we'll see how this happens here now. I think the second half should be starting any moment.
Yeah, with all the roster changes coming MTS's way, I think the biggest ones were probably getting Pretzel on Heavy, switching Panic over to Soldier in the process, and picking up Squitter on Scout. UKM was a very, very good Scout last season, but I think kind of in the pantheon, at least the last few seasons of Highlander Scouts, you usually have the ones that come up are Blaze, Ruin, and Squid playing for bonus in Season 8 back last fall. He was back up on Ginyu Force as well. But Squid, I think maybe people don't realize just quite how good he is. Last time I played with him, so when he was backing up on Ginyu, he went something like 40-5 on a King of the Hill map against a team that was beating us at the time. Squid's really, really, really good. And with Ruin not playing Scout anymore, I think he's probably the best Highlander Scout, just de facto right now, and he's really showing it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, too, about playing with Squid in the past is that, people don't recognize that when you're watching the match, you see the frags going on, but he brings a lot to the table in terms of his comms and his leadership, so yeah, definitely good for them to have him on the team. Let's see how the second half goes here. The score is 3-0 MTS over BPM, and it's going to be a 1-4 as we start the second half here now. MTS will be playing on the red, BPM on the blue.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Ruin here, see if he changes anything on mid. He's been playing a little bit too aggressive, I think, getting a little bit too far ahead of the rest of his team. BPM, I think they start to falter a little bit when they go down. They start to kind of wonder what to do, and they get a little bit disconnected. Ruin is marching straight up, does take down Hardblue, so the aggression kind of paid off. He delayed it a little bit there, though, so looks like 4-4 did go down as well. There's just lots of kills being traded back and forth. No one really daring to step on the point until Pretzel and Geosis here. Geosis' health is bad, but he's going to combine with Panic to take down Sharp Shot, and looks like
Panic had an incredible first mid. He got 3 frags there. He had this really crazy early bomb that just caught BPM completely off guard and made them play defensively that entire mid. And now you see MTS with Hardblue alive, coming with those heals. They get the capture down. Akuma, meanwhile, gets a headshot onto Light Off. Nice job there as Squid and their looks like they're losing 4 players here now, so it looks like BPM gonna come back and with these respawners gonna try and take this point. Looks like Ruin is so aggressive there, throwing stickies, chasing that combo out. Hardblue is playing with the Kritzkrieg, so gotta be expecting that any moment here now as 404 is on normal Uber down as at 80%, and here comes Hardblue, 98% with his Kritzkrieg, so get ready for it. Any moment here now, he uses the Kritz, but the spy from behind, Akuma takes him down and denies that play there, so BPM will be able to hold this for a very long time, and we have a pause here.
Pause and looking at Panic with Sharp Shot McGee firing directly, straight up in the sky, trying to kill him as he's bombing in onto 404, who has 95% Uber, so there's also a pipe that looks like it's about to connect to Panic as well from Ruin. That's
quite a shot.
Yeah, that's I don't know, that could go either way, because one rocket will kill 404, but it's
and
not
he
quite
goes
gonna
down.
happen. Okay, yeah. Mini Sentry ends up getting the kill. Perfectly legal and balanced weapon on King of the Hill.
Yeah, but anyways, just a really nice clutch play there by BPM, taking the point back, and then Akuma saves the day, killing Harblu, and keeps them in the game there now, and they're taking the lead. Huge Uber advantage for 404 as well. Harblu just respawning now. The HUD on the left side of your screen is going to be off for a little bit, just due to this pause, but you can see that BPM are in the lead. They have full control of the point, and Mouse is just taking pod shots out. The left side, the Uber comes in now, onto Ruin, but I don't think they're quite finding those frags, and that's what we talked about earlier in the first half. They just are Ubering too far away.
They popped it off because Harblu was so close, and he somehow just didn't shoot him. Like, they needed to kill Harblu with that Uber, but he just snuck right by the Uber demo on BPM and got all the way out, back to spawn.
Well, the worst part is they lost 404 as well, so now Harblu, with that large advantage, is going to be coming in any moment here now. Akuma tries to make the play, doesn't get it to go. And MTS are going to start this push.
Watching Bronze on the flank fight a couple people, fighting the soldier, and the sniper does take down the sniper, ends up getting taken down by Geosis, but Bronze was delaying just a little bit back there on the flank, but not quite enough to keep MTS from just walking back and getting the point for free. Oh my god, Mela.
Bomb comes in there and drops Harblu.
Yeah, as we say that, like, Harblu drops Uber, but Squid got in and picked 404 at the exact same time. So, Spawn's gonna be actually dead even for both medics, so BPM might try to push here, get a little bit of spam if they can off the point, but that hasn't really been working for them so far. These off-movement pushes have pretty much all gone MTS's way.
Looks like they had the pause because Mouse dropped from the server. He's back in here now, but Marissa, meanwhile, has been taking a ton of different players out, taking Bronze, has the most frags in the server right now. And Marissa now peeking off for that top right battlement, looking for a pick, misses the shot on the medic, but there's so many lit players for BPM here now as Akuma comes from behind and takes down Marissa. Great play there now. BPM holding onto the point, 30-second lead for them. And even Ubers.
Yeah, even Ubers, to see if BPM tries to play a little bit more aggressively and not let MTS just kind of march right back into them and get the forces like they have been. And yeah, they did. Like, Sickness got a nice flare gun kill onto Hardblue, and Sweater went down before he could do anything. Actually, what killed 404 there? I didn't even see. Something coming on the other side?
I think Squitter, yeah, he popped around there with the Criticola and got the pick off, so...
Wow.
Really nice job by him there, and looks like Hardblue is going to have that large Uber advantage after 404 goes down. They're down about a minute now on the clock, so they need to catch up a lot of time here if they want to ace them and make it 4-up. You see them on the point playing with the heals, and BPM with these respawners need to make a play.
Yeah, and I'm a little worried for BPM right now.
That's
actually, Akuma coming in, picking off Medic, and then the Spy, make it a double for him. So BPM instantly pushing up, sensing that weakness from MTS, that momentary weakness as the Medic goes down instantly, and everyone turns around to look. So BPM getting a lot of time on the point here, marching up with Ruin leading the charge.
Yeah, Akuma is having a fantastic game here over Jiro. And we do see now BPM, with that large Uber advantage that they're going to be using now, they do have the point, a large time advantage also. And MTS, the pressure is really on them if they want to take this round. BPM on the verge of taking their first round here now, but MTS don't want to let that happen. They're coming in towards the point now. They take down 404, that's the key pick there, and they're playing tight with the heal, so MTS just not giving this up, getting all the frags in the world. And now it's Ruin, Mela, and Akuma to try and save the day.
Yeah, Ruin going down kind of just initiated that push from MTS. He got a little bit too far ahead. I think that's what we've been seeing almost this entire time, is he's wanting the aggression, and maybe it's just a class he's not quite used to, knows what he can do on Scout, maybe not quite what he can get away with on Demo. He's doing pretty well, obviously, but just not quite matching up to Sweater on the other side. BPM trying to slowly march back up onto the point. Cygnus trying to kind of go and make something happen on his own. Gets taken down. Jero getting a nice stab onto Quartz as they try to pop up on the point. Harbor was just kind of sitting still behind the fence, behind MTS's rock, and Akuma snuck up and took him down. So this is the time BPM needs to get on the point right now. 404 is still dead though, so they're doing this with no heals coming up. They will get this point back, and they've got to hold this for the rest of the time. They can't give MTS the point back.
And that is brutal. I mean, MTS are on the verge of completely destroying that round there, and now BPM with the recapture, making it pretty even. Another nail-biting finish here now, as there's about 10 seconds on the clock for either team. BPM have the defensive advantage here now. Let's see how MTS can make that off-river play work. They've been doing it all game long, and here comes Sweater now leading the way with the stickies. Jero from behind takes down 404, and now MTS have a real chance at this. They need to get some capture time on the point here. They're trying their best. They're swarming it now, getting the picks that they need. A lot of players going down for MTS though, and BPM are able to hold that one off and take their first round.
Wow, Akuma and Sharpshot. Just as soon as Akuma was in, I think he must have calmed it, or maybe Sharpshot just saw the kill feed go off, but he was getting kills. And Sharpshot just peeked around the rock and just mulched everyone as they turned around to deal with the spy. That was crazy. That was a really good finish for BPM. Hopefully they can ride some momentum and make this match a little bit longer.
Akuma's been making big plays all game long, but that's the first one that they're actually able to convert on there now. And now BPM have finally taken the first round. Scores 3-1. MTS still in the lead as we approach the 5th middle. Pretzel taking on the center gun, but Jero is in trouble. He goes down. Pretzel goes down here as well, and BPM have a huge momentum swing in their favor. They're just getting all the frags in the world. Bronze takes down Harblue, and looks really great for BPM here now.
Wow, that coordination from BPM on that mid was just phenomenal. See, Bronze went shoot, what's it called? Bonk. He went bonk and just walked past everyone on mid and got behind, and by the time it ran out, people were still looking at him and falling back a little bit, and the fragging classes from BPM just pushed forward, and by the time the bonk ran out, he was right on top of Harblue, who was trying to retreat. He took him down.
And now we do see here Squitter going for that force. Nice job by him, coming out of that right side tunnel, using the critical there to force the Uber from 404. That's a great play from him there, as MTS, meanwhile, are just playing really far back, keeping Harblue alive, who has a 30% Uber advantage. But meanwhile, the clock is ticking. Mela, a great air shot to take down Panic. 4 down now for MTS. BPM just holding tight onto this. They have a minute advantage over MTS here now, and this could be the comeback that they need. Lightoff takes down Akuma. Mela goes down here as well, and MTS get the frags to try and convert this and maybe push this back. They have a 2-man advantage here now, and they're beginning to move their way in. Harblue, 25%, just seconds away from getting Uber here. And BPM are going to get forced out. So MTS finally getting the capture about a minute and 15 seconds late. But it's going to go down for them.
Yeah, BPM in a really good position. I think I see Bronze come back on the point with the bonk, see if he can get right behind Harblue again by the time it runs out. But no, it looks like Geos is going to force him off. Wow, Harblue going really aggressive with Squid on this Uber to take down Sharpshot and 404. Really fantastic play, just caught out the BPM medic, so they're going to hold on to this point a little bit more.
It's really underused in both Highlander and Sixes, but just Ubering a scout in, he can just chase him down, and did a great job of taking down 404, keeping the advantage in favor of Harblue. Akuma goes down there, nice try. Ruin, though, takes down the enemy spy Jero, so both spies off of the field here now, and MTS just holding on here. They gotta make sure they keep that advantage, and they're going to do a great job there as Harblue just chilling back behind the point, nice and comfortable. Meanwhile, BPM are trying to make an off-Uber play happen. Mouse takes down Marissa, but yeah, it's actually working out for them now. A lot of lit players on BPM, but MTS cannot focus fire anybody down. Meanwhile, MTS converting one frag of their own, taking down Ruin. And they're just holding this as much as they can, 15 seconds away from tying it up. Now Harblue has the Uber to try and make the block happen. He does drop Sweater, though. A big mistake there from Harblue, but luckily Jero makes up for it and takes down 404 before he can get the Uber. So MTS able to hold on and defend just for a little bit longer, and now they're taking the lead.
Yeah, just 404 is not getting anywhere near the amount of Ubers, or effective Ubers even, that Harblue is. And it's really showing in the times, the caps for MTS. The hold's just lasting so much longer here. It's really hard to push on this map without a good deal of coordination. I think BPM is just maybe lacking that a little bit right now. They're not quite as used to the new roster maybe as MTS is.
Yeah, but the Uber is popped now again onto Squitter. Panic goes down there, but Sweater and Squitter are able to take down Ruin. They're looking around for anything that they can find. They take down the Sentry. Mercer grabs a shot onto Sharp McGee,
wow, Akuma.
But Akuma from behind to take down the combo. And again, he's been making such great plays there. The bomb comes in from Mela to take down Marissa on the cliff, and BPM are able to convert enough frags to take back middle here now.
Yeah, they're still dealing with Squitter so far back below. They just only have an NG on the point right now, and looks like Panic's going to come in and try to block for a little bit. Yeah, Cygnus is, by that time, up on the point, takes him out with a quick flare shot. So yeah, BPM, off the big plays from Akuma, finally converting off of those plays that he keeps making.
Yeah, but they're going to need to make some huge plays here now. They're down a full minute. The score is 3-1 MTS, match point for them. And MTS are just playing so well. They're so aggressive onto them. They're getting more picks here now as Marissa and Squitter are both converting there now. Harblue does go down to the bomb, successful bomb there from Bronze. and
like,
I
just
believe
no one
that
with 404 right now. He needs to get back out. Okay, he's got Ruin, who's a respawn coming to hook up with him. But yeah, just I think the demo and the heavy on BPM are just not playing as close to their medic, not keeping him up as well. MTS, even though Hardly went down, able to take point back.
Yeah, and Jero and Marissa just made a great play there to take down the heavy and sniper. 35 seconds on the clock. BPM in dire straits. Akuma positioning himself by the cliff. He uncloaks there, but doesn't get spotted out by, I don't know the I don't know what the name of the pyro is, but the pyro for MTS does take him down. And
yeah, Geos is there.
Yeah, with the Uber advantage, 40% needs to come back in and make the play happen. 15 seconds on the clock. A really poor Uber, and Geosis is doing a great job.
Yeah, they're losing so many players on BPM here. This Uber's not going to be very effective. Hardblue's going to get out really easy. He's barely even going to fall back. They're getting on the point, but Sweater's just going to try to spam. Yeah, BPM needs this cap, and looks like they do have their spawns now, so they can't give up this point at all. There's 1 second differential for MTS to cap and win, and that's not... Can't give it up with that. Uber popped up from Hardblue coming up on a point, just trying to get everyone in, getting nice big buffs on his soldier and his scout and his demo man as they charge up. Seems to be working pretty well as BPM's down quite a bit. 404 needs to get this Uber if they're going to defend, but Squid is all over him right now, does finally get taken down by Sharpshot, who's just now getting caught back up to his medic.
MTS on the verge of taking it here now. Only 5 players alive for BPM to try and defend the point. But MTS are all over it here now. Great health for them. And that cap does go down, and MTS...
Marissa just picked 404 and sealed it, yeah, right before he got Uber. So,
yeah. So that's going to be it here. 4-1 MTS over BPM on Vita. What do you think was the... Was it really just down to medic play for you, Huey?
It seemed like it. It just seemed like 404 wasn't getting the Ubers he needed. He either wasn't protected enough, or he wasn't, you know, maybe calming well enough when he needed people to be alive and needed people to be with him. That looked to be the problem they were having in the pregame scrim, too. I think even Ruin was noticing it, commenting on it on his stream. That's what I was watching. But, yeah, Hardblue's Ubers were just so much more effective than 404's there, and just BPM pushing with only 1 or 2 people, as opposed to Hardblue flashing, you know, 5 or 6 in just to cover so much ground, really did a lot just to give them presence.
Yeah. Players of the game, for BPM, I'd say it was Akuma, who just made some really clutch plays there. Unfortunately, his team was only able to convert 1 of them. But he was doing a great job taking on Hardblue when he had crits, or just making some really clutch picks at the right moments for his team. Unfortunately, BPM just weren't able to make it work. Meanwhile, for MTS, Hardblue, yeah, but also Sweater and Squitter just completely destroyed that. Panic had some really great bombs there as well, and he was always aggressive.
On MTS had some pretty amazing plays. I mean, maybe single out Hardblue just for staying alive so much, but everyone was just going off at like any given moment. It was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. So with that, MTS go up to a 3-0. BPM lose their undefeated status and go down to 2-1. But this should be a great season. I mean, we're pretty early on here. How do you think these teams will end out at the end of the season here, Huey Liz?
I would expect MTS probably is going to ride it out and stick up on the top. They'll probably finish first. This is just, there's only 8 weeks in the season. There's no playoffs, so there's no medal or, you know, no real competition at the end to see. But you do get a nice little liner note on your team roster page if you if you win the season, I think. So maybe that's what these teams are going for. But MTS's new roster just looks, especially with the addition of Squitter, I think it's just almost unbeatable. If anyone's going to do it, I think Death Force 9 has a chance, because they are playing just extremely well. I would expect BPM probably to end up in 3rd place, maybe 2nd if they can take down Death Force, but I'd probably give the edge to Death Force 9 right now.
Interesting. Well, we should be seeing that matchup coming up soon. But yeah, that'll be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a lot of fun. And first of all, shout out to TrukTruk, our cameraman, as great as always. Looking for him in the coming cast this week, Kurt. So we have 2 invite matches coming up: Madman versus Tryhards 2 days from now, and then Classic Mixup versus Apocalypse Gaming 3 days from now. So those will be fun to watch. Also, thank you to Huey Lewis, and my name is Mr. Slin. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.
Thanks, guys.